March 30th, 1981.
Breaking news. This just in. We've just experienced an attack on our nation, the likes of which have not been seen since JFK's assassination.
A day that changed history forever, ever.
This is Clara Johnson. We interrupt your previously scheduled program to bring you this breaking news bulletin.
We've just received news that John Hinckley Jr. has attempted to assassinate President Ronald Reagan.
Jodie Foster, the 18-year-old aspiring young actor studying at Yale University, attracted unwanted attention from John Hinckley Jr., an obsessive fan. Hinckley's obsession with Foster included calling her college dorm even after she told him to back off.
Oh no, who is this?
This is Jody.
Who is this?
This is John.
John who? Oh no, not you, kid! Look, I really can't talk to you, okay?
Upon realizing that Jodie was still unimpressed, Hinckley decided to take it one step further, detailing his plot to murder the president in a love letter he sent to her.
Dear Jodie, there is a definite possibility that I will be killed in my attempt to get Reagan. I feel very good about the fact that you at least know my name and know how I feel about you. Jodie, I would abandon this idea of getting Reagan in a second if I could only win your heart and live out the rest of my life with you, whether it be in total obscurity or whatever. I will admit to you that the reason I'm going ahead with this attempt now is because I just cannot wait any longer to impress you. Jodie, I'm asking you to please look into your heart and at least give me the chance, with this historical deed, to gain your respect and love. I love you forever, John Hinckley.
Here's a reenactment of the events that took place that fateful afternoon.
This was for Reagan! Someone call an ambulance! I've been shot! Dude, are you okay? Oh my god! Call an ambulance!
¿Por qué, señor Reagan? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
I'm pleased to inform you that President Reagan has been stabilized and will make a full recovery.
Thankfully, medical technology of the era was able to save the president's life, thwarting Hinckley's plot. Here are the hospital scenes after the accident with President Reagan.
Mr. President.
Mr. President?
What happened to my suit?
Mr. President, there's been an assassination attempt against your life, but don't
Oh, that
worry.
sucks.
You're at George Washington University Hospital. We've taken good care of you.
Oh, good.
You were shot in the chest and the arm, and you suffered from a punctured lung and you had heavy internal bleeding. But don't worry, you're all taken care of. You'll be making a full recovery.
Well, I'm glad you're all Republicans then.
Today, Mr. President, we're all Republicans.
Ha 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 ha.
We did it! We saved the president! My ear will just open.
Yes!
After his recovery, Reagan returned to a hero's welcome from Congress, which included a 3-minute standing ovation. His approval rating spiked to 73%, and the president used his newfound near-universal popularity to push through his political agenda. Before the end of the summer, the Reagan tax cuts had passed, and both the Democratic-controlled House of Representatives and the Republican-controlled Senate, reducing top tax rates and unleashing an entrepreneurial era. Injured press secretary Jim Brady also used his role in the assassination, but in a much different way. He began the Brady campaign to prevent gun violence with his wife, Sarah. Their efforts helped to pass the Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act in 1993. The campaign, which continues today, has been very successful. It's estimated that it stopped over 2 million prohibited gun purchases, thus saving countless lives. On June 21st, 1982, Hinckley was tried in court for the shooting and found not guilty by reason of insanity. This was somewhat disputed because the defense psychiatric reports had found him to be insane, while the prosecution reports declared him legally sane. Hinckley was confined at St. Elizabeth Hospital in Washington, D.C., where he remains today. After his trial, he claimed that the shooting was the greatest love offering in the history of the world and appeared to have no regrets. The verdict and punishment angered many, causing the U.S. Congress and a number of states to rewrite laws regarding the insanity defense. The old test was replaced by a test that shifts the burden of proof regarding a defendant's sanity from the prosecution to the defendant. Since the shooting, 3 states have abolished the defense altogether. With determination to prevent an attack like this from ever happening again, Reagan strengthened the country's intelligence forces. With the executive order, United States intelligence activities, and the subsequent order strengthened management of the intelligence community, extending powers and responsibilities of U.S. intelligence agencies, and directing the leaders of U.S. federal agencies to cooperate fully with CIA requests for information. These precautions have worked so far in protecting the president, but it also has restricted the presidential access of the press and the people. Although the president displayed a quite optimistic attitude after the events that took place, Jodie Foster refused to cooperate with the press after attracting its unwanted attention.
On the attempted assassination against Ronald Reagan. Jody, come on. Jody. No. Jody, we want the details. It was in your honor.
The assassination attempt did not only impact the lives of Jodie Foster, President Ronald Reagan, Secretary Brady, or even Hinckley, the assassin himself, but it also impacted America forever.
When I say, like, we've just received news that John Hinckley. Okay. Who's going?
Now?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Ready, go.
Jody, do you have anything to comment on the attempted assassination in your honor?
No comment.
Jody!
Ready?
Yeah.
Go. Go.
Ronald!